Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Jeff back here finally over on some more Call of Duty. Just recently ended up finishing that Bloodborne playthrough and it was really fun. I just made the mistakes of reading comments on a Souls game. So I haven't played Call of Duty in a little while, like, I don't know, 10 days, couple weeks, something like that. And I really don't recognize a lot of the maps. I guess this map is called Grow House. This is the first time I've ever even been on this map. You know what this map kind of reminds me of? There's a map on Cold War, I can't remember the name of it. Spawning here? Where are they coming from? What's back here? Oh, there's a bunker down here. Oh, that's where this goes. Okay, now I get it. It feels so nice to be playing something where I don't need to worry about other people telling me what I need to be doing. I mean, they can, but like I probably won't. It's Call of Duty. Trying to learn the layout of the map as I'm playing it. There was some map on Cold War where you would like dip down into like this bunker. It was a snowy map. It's kind of long. It's kind of like Summit, but it's not Summit. I don't know what else to explain it as. I also started my second Bloodborne playthrough, and I'm just using the saw cleaver. I just started an entirely new game. It made the most sense to me. I killed the Cleric Beast, Gascoigne, and the Bloodstar Beast so far. It's way easier this time around now that I know what's going on. Like the exploration is a lot easier as well. Admittedly, the more that I'm playing it, the more that it makes me actually just want to go and play some more Elden Ring, because the exploration in Elden Ring is so unmatched. Now, Elden Ring, it's not perfect. There's definitely some problems with it here and there, but that is absolutely FromSoft's best game. I'm definitely a little biased because, you know, Elden Ring was definitely the first one that I really dove deep into. I did play Dark Souls 3 like years and years ago, but I didn't play it the same way that I played Elden Ring. Also, at the moment, I'm back to doing this whole camo grinding thing, trying to get the mastery charm for all of the weapons on here. So it's gonna be a while. It's really not that far away though. I can't believe I lost that fight. I'm losing the cosplay and Godzillas and shit. Oh, speaking of unlocking camos and shit, I saw that a whole bunch of people were getting banned and shit recently. I had people like tagging me. They're like, dude, people are getting banned randomly, all this shit. Go and check your account. I got on no problem, no issues, no weird notification or anything on my shit. I can play just fine. I can play multiplayer, Warzone, I can do it all. Chev, hope you're happy I'm done. Oh. Sorry, dude. I love playing something that I'm actually decent at, even if it's something as silly as Call of Duty. It's so nice to be in familiar ground. Apparently, a ton of those people were actually banned for unlock tooling. Me personally, I mean, I know that unlock tooling is for sure, like, it is cheating or exploiting or whatever word you want to use, hack. Unlock tools, I don't necessarily, if I see somebody get banned because they were unlock tooling or some shit, I wouldn't sit there and think that that person is all of a sudden like, you know, some sort of insane aimbot, whatever the fuck, but, because let's be honest, unlocking the camos and shit like that is absolutely a grind, and a lot of people don't have time for that. Now, I know some people might be surprised at my stance on that, considering how much time I spend going for these camos. You would think that I would feel real strongly about people just, you know, cheating for it, but I don't think it affects the game negatively or whatever, and I mean, it's their loss. They're not going to be able to go and make the content on, you know, the entire journey. My controller's acting weird. It stops sprinting randomly. My left paddle keeps getting stuck, which is my A button, my jump, and if you hold jump, it doesn't allow you to sprint, so, oh buddy, I'm sorry. I'm still using a default execution and shit. Like, meanwhile, people are punching each other in the fucking outer space, consuming your soul with some sort of eldritch being. I don't think unlock tooling affects the game negatively. And ultimately, those people aren't being banned because they are aimbotting. They're being banned because Activision is pissed that they didn't get their money or get their time out of you. And honestly, I'm a hater, so anything that'll upset Activision, kind of funny. Wait, this thing doesn't really work. What is this weapon? Like an SMG RAM? It's a RAM 9. I never unlock tooled or anything like that because it would just basically make it so I have less things to be able to make videos on. Why would I not want to go and make a bunch of videos on that? Absolute torture. It's some of the best shit that you could possibly do on the game. I know it's not the greatest thing ever made, but shit, Call of Duty's got something going for it. Dude, I really hope that the next Black Ops is actually really good. Also, UFC 300 is this weekend, and that card is disgusting from top to bottom. Literally from the early prelims all the way up, not a single snooze. They're either going to be barn burners, really close matchups, interesting matchups, and I don't even think any of them have the potential to actually be like a shitty fight. I think all of them have potential to actually be like statement fights for whoever it is that wins. Even some people that lose. There are definitely some fighters out there that ended up benefiting whenever they lost. They basically got a ton of respect just from having a good fight. 65 out of 300 for priceless. Okay. You know, with how much I've played Elden Ring, I still haven't done a level 1 run. I feel like I'm definitely experienced enough with Elden Ring to feel like I know what I'm talking about and what I'm doing at least, so I don't have people just telling me what is and isn't the lore and being angry at how I'm consuming the game. I think they'll actually shut the fuck up. It's crazy because this is the best Call of Duty we've had in years. I feel like I haven't played it enough. Still got plenty more time though. It's only April. Man, the whole team is actually looking at me. Insane. Here, hold that. It got him! Oh shit! I didn't think it was gonna stick him. I was just trying to flush him. This is part of why I love doing series on the channel and shit and not playing Call of Duty the entire time, because when I get back to Call of Duty, I'm reminded I'm actually not completely talentless. Even if it's not that impressive of a talent, I'm comfortable. It feels great. It's something I'm good at. I assume that's probably why Call of Duty sells every year. It's starting to make a lot of sense. The shit is easy and it feels good. From me, dude. You're destroying all my shit. Yo, I saw this one video where somebody was talking about this quote modified claw grip that people used over on Elden Ring, or basically all the other Souls games, because of the way that the camera worked and what the sprint button is usually the B button or the circle button. And in order to go and hold that button down, for most people, they would have to go and take their finger off of the right stick, so they wouldn't be able to turn at the same time. The thing is, us as Call of Duty players, or even longer than that, Tony Hawk players, that's where I ended up learning my claw grip at. I didn't learn claw grip because I didn't have a scuff. I played claw the entire time. If you don't know what claw is, it's literally, this is how I play the game. Use this finger for all face buttons like that. No problem. In Elden Ring, you hold the circle. In games like Tony Hawk, you want to hold the grind button, which is triangle or Y. So whenever I'm playing Tony Hawk shit, I would use this finger right here in order to, if any ledge gets near me, the idea is that you would want to grind it in order to keep speed. People don't even care about all this tech. Anyway, if you were good at the game, that's how you played anyway. I would be using this, and you don't usually use this stick at all for like the camera or anything. The camera will generally follow you pretty well, so you don't need to use this. So I would use both of my fingers on the face buttons. This one would end up doing the jumping and the board flipping moves and the board grab move, and this one just stays on grind. I learned that when I was playing Tony Hawk games. I mean, I was literally like less than 10 years old doing that shit. It's so cool how people are like coming to the realization like, wait a minute, you're not exactly limited to the design of the controller. And generally, most controllers have like, you know, the same design with the face buttons and stuff like that. Some of them are more comfortable than others. Like claw on, say, like an Xbox One controller, for me, for example, the face buttons on the Xbox One controller, I don't have one right in front of me. Face of it is kind of lifted. It's rounded a little bit. It's kind of domed on the front of it. It's not flat like an Xbox 360 controller, for example, or even a PlayStation. It's kind of curved in this weird way. So it puts a little bit of extra pressure on my finger as I'm holding it against it. I could definitely make progress way faster if I was playing Shipment, but people are going to get mad at me. So I think I have a couple bold predictions for UFC 300. I'm just saying. I'm going to think on it a little bit more over these next couple days because I've been watching a ton of fights now that I got through like the Bloodborne shit. And then I watched like 2 or 3 lore videos. I noticed that Bloodborne is a lot more involved. Like the characters themselves just talk a lot more than I was used to in like for example Elden Ring. Elden Ring, a lot of characters don't speak that much. You just hear stories about, you know, what they've done and who they are and stuff like that. But in Bloodborne, the characters will just straight up tell you themselves. So it was a little bit different. This is a cool skin. Easily the Rebirth sweats would love this shit. I haven't checked out Rebirth yet, like myself. How is it? Are people liking it, or is it kind of mixed? I did see like a common complaint that people were talking about where people are stacking, but I mean, that has always been a thing. People are getting mad at people stacking in the game because they probably know that they're not very good at the game and they're playing as a team. Now, it sounds really nice and reasonable to say it that way, but like you guys are talking about these guys' egos, you know, 1-to-1. They genuinely do believe that they're better than the people that are sitting there grouping up. Even if you're supposed to be playing that way, technically, winning isn't necessarily an extension of being good at something. Does that make sense? Not for Call of Duty anyway. You can win and be bad, and you can also be really good at the game and still lose. This guy stuck me. He thought he was gonna kill me. Not happening. I wish I could go back into theater mode and watch games back that I've left. But yeah, I'm happy to be back on some Call of Duty. I mean, within the next couple months, there's a whole bunch of stuff coming out anyway. Stellar Blade does come out at the end of this month, but my one Stellar Blade video got demonetized. I didn't even do anything. What am I supposed to do about that? It's genuinely fun, and I know that some people wanted me to play like Lies of P and other stuff like that. After a while, like series are just exhausting and I need to get into a groove again. It's like working out, you know, eventually you end up plateauing after doing a whole bunch of lifting of one certain way, and then you don't really see results or it doesn't feel as good. So you just gotta switch it back. There's Stellar Blade, there's Hellblade 2, there's Multiverse's full release that's coming sometime next month, so that'll be fun. Oh, also, Ermac. They showed some gameplay for Ermac, and he looks absolutely incredible, and there is no possible way that this character is going to be worse than Sub-Zero. It's just a net win for me, and I'm definitely going to be playing more Mortal Kombat once he comes out. No doubt. I think he comes out in like 5 days or something, so I gotta get familiar again, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. He genuinely, to me, looks pretty strong. So does Movado. Movado looks like he's got like 4 4 or 5 different ambush moves that are like wild. And Ermac's got a bunch of launchers, a bunch of combo extended. Exactly what Ermac should be. Ermac, you're supposed to get hit a couple times. Boom, boom. He hits you with a little mix. Hits you with the soul ball. You get stuck there in place. Hits you with some giant launcher. Jumps up in the air. Levitates. Hits you a couple times. Spikes you into the ground. Teleports to the ground. Knocks you back over. That's how he's supposed to be. And he is like that. It's so good. Can't wait for Ermac. Obviously, the Elden Ring DLC, that'll be big. Black Myth Wukong looks very good. Another Souls-like. I don't know what's going on with Silent Hill 2. I also don't know when the Until Dawn remake is going to end up coming out. I'm going to replay that. And probably I'm not even going to give a single shit if I save anybody or not. I might just fuck around with it. Also, I have no idea what's happening to the most recent Dark Pictures, Directive 8020. But again, another thing that is just going to be fun to play through. Like, I love those story horror game things. Even if they're shitty, that's kind of the beauty of it. They have a certain charm to the shittiness. If you watch like old horror movies, you kind of understand. Get where I'm coming from. I view those games just like, I don't know, like campfire horror, old Friday the 13th style stuff where it's not actually really scary. And it's shitty in a lot of different ways, but I love it. We got some good shit.